Developing news in Springfield. One man is dead following a shooting last night. Just before 9:30 p.m., police responded to Hancock Street for reports of a shooting. When they arrived to the scene, they found a man who had been shot inside a car. He later died at Bay State Medical Center. The investigation's ongoing, and if you have any information, contact Springfield Police.